Greetings, and welcome to Life Happened, the place where people send in their very personal life stories for us to share with you. My name is Emma, your host. Stories are important. They help us navigate our world and connect with others. You'll want to listen to this story until the end when I read a couple of quotes about today's letter. Today's story is from Julia, and the name of the author has been changed to protect her privacy. Dear Emma, I think men are greedy. They want to be in charge of everything, and they are bossy. This is why I am tired of this thing called marriage. I believe men need to change the way they think in order for a relationship to work out. I don't think it is fair that I have to put a man on my back to make a relationship work. I believe we have equal rights as humans. Then why does a man think he should be referred to as the head of the household? Note, true, in some households women take the lead and in others men do. Whatever floats your boat. Why do men want to be house chore leaders? And why are they so dependent on women? It makes me angry because we will never have peace in the marriage if this keeps going on. Although I want marriage and I feel like every other person, but I don't think marriage should be built to satisfy men alone while the women sacrifice their bodies and everything they've got. Note, marriage should be a two-way street, with chores being divided amongst two people. I feel like I love this man and I think we can live together as a couple. He is working on a contract basis and has the privilege of going to work and coming back home when he wishes. On the other side, I am always very busy and 24 hours just isn't enough time to complete my daily activities. I think as a couple, we could live together peacefully. He would bring his money to the table and I would add mine to make the family grow. And whoever is available should do the house chores. And I think this would be fine for us both, but he thinks otherwise. Note, yes, with full-time jobs, house chores aren't something we want to have to do when we come home or even do on the weekends. I have always tried to avoid marriage, but I finally fell in love with this man. But he seems to want more than living together as husband and wife under the same roof. We are supposed to be here to support one another. I don't think anyone can question that. When he is at home alone, he doesn't clean the house or make food until I come around. He isn't a bad cook either, because he has cooked on several occasions and his cooking wasn't bad. I think his mother tried teaching him because he is not a total failure in the kitchen. Note, that's great to have a husband who will cook. Instead of having a peaceful relationship, he prefers to play the bossy role. He sees himself as the head of the family instead of being a little submissive and seeing how our relationship can work instead of relying on some old myth about men being the head of the family and all sorts. Note, well, traditionally men were the heads of the households, and some men still prefer it that way. By the way, I don't think it's a good idea to call your husband submissive. I am a human with feelings and emotions just like him. We need to wake up as one beautiful couple in the world and make sure we get the family relationship correct before our time runs out. I have always tried to motivate him when it comes to doing chores, but he doesn't want to seem to do any of that. He just seems like he wants me to do everything and do a great job. I don't see myself doing the housework my whole life. So why should I start now? Note, as I mentioned above, you must share the household chores. Each person doing his or her own fair share of the chores is the right thing to do. For me, I think marriage should be about equality. He doesn't want to take over the house chores, and he believes that he is in charge of everything because he is the head of the family. His reason for his actions make my skin crawl. When I asked him why a man needs to earn more and have power, this is what he told me. Men should always be on top because they are supposed to work hard so that they can provide food for the family. This gives me the impression that it sounds like women were created just for staying at home while men go out there and hunt like earning money. Sometimes he asks me to cook for him because he thinks we share power as a couple, but I don't see us sharing power because he doesn't fix things when he has to. If you want to be seen as the head of the family, you must be ready to fix the house whenever the house needs you. Note, as a couple, you both need to take a step back and come to an agreement as to who will do what and when. This reminds me of the books and their audio versions we have listed below for your reference relating to today's story. And now is a great time to hit the like button. Marriage is supposed to be a comfort zone for couples, but most men are not willing to learn new things. It is hard to be in a relationship with someone when you both are not on the same page. I feel like most of the societal understanding of marriage is biased. Marriage should be an equal rights issue for both men and women, but women seem to be the ones who are being used and abused. For me, I will not exchange my self-respect and demand for equality. I feel like being in a relationship sucks. If we can't get on the same page in maintaining the house, how can we build a home as a couple? Note, make lists as to what needs to be done and stick to it. Maybe it's time for me to let go of my love for this man. If he doesn't want to change despite being in a marriage with a strong woman like myself, I don't know what disease is affecting men's minds, making it too difficult for them to find pleasure in doing the house chores. What do you think? Note, you can't blame your husband if he doesn't like house chores. I don't know anyone who does. And perhaps you can work on neither one of you wearing the pants in the family. So, how did you enjoy Julia's story today? Just scroll down and leave your comment, question, or even the answer to Julia's dilemma. I will give my thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Today's quotes for Julia's story are, "In my house, I'm the boss. My wife is just the decision maker," by Woody Allen. And, "He's so lazy that if there were work on the bed, he would rather sleep on the floor," by Patty O'Day. You know, we humans enjoy stories. They are important to our lives because they can help us to better understand our world, communicate, and connect with other people. And you right now have the opportunity to make a big difference in Julia's life by sharing your feelings and advice for her in the comments section below. And remember that by liking and subscribing to Life Happened, you will hear me read letters every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which people send us, detailing their issues in their everyday lives. And if there is a topic which you would like to hear on Life Happened, please send us an email in the description box below. These are real-life personal stories, and people want and need to be heard, and this is a great forum for all to share their voices. Also, don't forget, if you have a personal story or issue which you would like to share with us, please send us an email using the email provided in the description box below. It would be great to hear from you. And we accept letters from anonymous authors, and we always change people's names to protect their privacy. Also, please watch other videos from Life Happened. They're full of people's sentiments, and they're great stories to listen to. We thank you for joining us here today, where Life Happened. See you next time, and have a wonderful day. See you soon.